Hey, everybody,
Hello.
we're ruining Lawrence's thing.
I had a thing.
Yep,
I shouldn't have said that at all.
Lawrence,
I really
Fuck your thing.
Hey, my thing is pretty good. See, this is Secular Ultra Quran,
Oh.
the show where we tie the shoelaces of holy books together and push them down a hill. Welcome to the show, everyone.
What? That's... What?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I had Velcro shoes.
Hey, listen, just because you couldn't tie your shoes.
No.
Just because you couldn't tie your shoes, Chris, we get it. I understand
It's 'cause
that you
children-
needed Velcro shoes.
Children like to throw
but-
me downhill. That's because of that. That's why.
We're
Gotcha.
struggling like a one-legged cat trying to bury a turd on a frozen lake. So, let's continue reading the Quran. I have the Study Quran and the Quran Project Quran and a thematic commentary on the Quran and the Penguin Classics Quran, and we also have the New King James Bible.
You know, we do have a whole bunch of other books on the side that we use as well. But I don't know if we used a couple of them on the
We
show. I
haven't
think.
used the Septuagint in ages.
That is true. I have one at home that I've been using. This one just also has an English translation.
Wonderful.
Either way, but I have Qurans from Abdullah Yusuf Ali, from Maulana Muhammad Ali, and the Quran and the Bible from Gabriel Said Reynolds. And today we are finishing Surah 10.
Wonderful. You know, I heard an interesting claim the other day, Lawrence.
What's it about?
It's that the King James version of the
Oh,
Bible
no. Oh, no.
is really
Oh, no.
the John D version.
Oh,
of the
right.
Bible.
Didn't you? Well, you didn't make a video on that, but you did a video where you mentioned John D.
I did mention John D. Do you know about John D?
I remember editing that video. It was the Christian demonology one.
Yes.
Yeah.
John D., who is famous for his Enochian magic system with Edward Kelly. And he was apparently close to King James, and I have been told that the reason that there is a King James version of the Bible is because of inquiries made by John D. to King James. Now, as an expert in religious studies, having a degree in religious studies, which means you know everything about religion.
Obviously, yeah. That is what that means.
What do you know about this?
Well, I haven't heard that claim. In fact, I never really cared why King James would, want would commission a Bible, other than the fact that English really needed one at that point, like a full one, because people had translated portions of the Bible in English, but there wasn't I don't think there was a. Actually, hold on. Was there a full published English one? No, there was actually. I think it was Geneva. Was it the Geneva Bible?
No.
I think that might have been it. But either way, I'm not sure why he did it, why he wanted to commission it. But I never cared because I know that the manuscripts that they used, or that ultimately went back to the manuscripts they used. So, like if we talk about the Textus Receptus and the work, the extra work from Stephanus that was done on top of that, I know that they were ultimately based on bad manuscripts because they didn't have access to really good ones. So, the King James sucks, but it doesn't. I'm not really sure what the reason was. So that's something I would have to look into.
Well, my headcanon is going to be that it's because of John D. until you prove me wrong.
Okay, sure. That is how reason works. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Well, like everybody in the audience, if you don't know the story of John D. and Edward Kelly, it's fascinating because they were like...
Did you mention Edward Kelly in your Christian demonology video? I know you mentioned John D. 100%.
I'm not sure if I did, because Edward Kelly was like... They're associated.
Sure.
Right? But Edward Kelly, I think, was a person hired by John D. and perhaps conned by, or rather, perhaps he conned John D., who himself is like a wizard. So,
sure, yeah.
Con man.
As we all know, those wizards.
They were literally like hired on by the royalty as like court wizards or some shit.
That sounds like something that would happen.
Like,
Yeah.
this is a real thing. They like produced a system of like writing and ritualistic communications with angelic beings. That's the Enochian magic that they have.
Right. Yeah.
And it's completely wild. Everyone should look into it. It's a fun time.
Yeah, all the Enochian stuff, because, after the medieval period, they started getting really mystical with like everything.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of crazy traditions coming out of that. You see the Kabbalah, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see Kabbalah mysticism, and that stemmed from this from that, I guess slightly before that period, right? But that's really where things started to get fucking crazy. Like, it was already kind of crazy beforehand, but then it started going like off the rails, like with the Zohar, and a variety of other texts, right? But it got really fun, but it also makes things a lot more complicated, right? Because when we take a look at a lot of our modern mythos about something, it's like shrouded in this what period is that? What would you call that? High Middle Ages?
The dark.
And after that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, it's shrouded in that mythos. So, like, we still have a lot of, at least I should say, maybe pop culture, I guess, has a lot of unpacking to do. Because, like, scholars have done this work a shit ton. They've already dug to the deepest depths. But when it comes to the media and popular portrayals of these things, I think that they're still very much fully shrouded.
Well, Thor is portrayed as a blonde guy. So.
Right, yeah. Anyways.
Good news.
What's
not real.
the good news?
Thor's not real.
What?
Yep. Sorry.
Holy shit.
Yep.
So who's in that movie?
Don't you say that about Thor Odinson. There's lots of Norse pagans who would claim that's their great grandparent.
Sure, yeah.
All right. Maybe that guy was legit.
You convinced me.
But he's just a guy.
But he might not exist.
Right, yeah.
And there's probably not, well, there might be an Odin, but they would also claim that.
That is true.
Members.
So we are finishing Surah 10 today, and I believe, are we starting at verse 68 or verse 69?
Oh gosh.
We're starting at verse 69.
69. There it is.
Right.
There it is.
No
All right. Let's get into it. Everybody watching from home, do something. Donate to the stream right now.
Yeah.
You should, yeah.
Okay.
Because we do have a goal.
Yeah, we have a goal.
I
Yeah.
luck.
The goal is something.
It is something.
What is it?
Click it and find out.
You get a free behold.
Okay.
Yeah, you get a free behold.
Oh, we were discussing something.
Don't do that. Just X out.
We'll get into it eventually.
Yeah,
Anyways.
we'll mention that later. Yeah.
Yes. Say, surely.
Behold.
No.
No.
Surely.
Oh, sorry.
Surely.
Surely. I was like, what already?
No, that's not what you're supposed to say. Don't call me Shirley.
Oh, okay.
Stop calling me Shirley.
Those who fabricate a lie against God will not prosper. An enjoyment in this world, then unto us shall be their return, and we shall make them taste severe punishment for their having disbelieved. Us and we are capitalized here, so we assume here that the messenger is talking on behalf of Allah.
Well, yeah, it could also reference, remember there's a whole idea that the angels are speaking, like this would be the angels citing the rest of his, all the divine beings or something like that. So that could be it. However, when it talks about like in verse 69 there, nice, it says that, those who forge a lie against Allah will not succeed. But then it goes on to say to chastise the disbelievers, right? So are these necessarily the same group? Because from the writing, it seems like these are the same group. But couldn't you theoretically have like a person who is a disbeliever off on like some deserted island somewhere that's never heard of it?
We're
but
not
they're not
talking
forging a
about
lie.
that. In the context of this surah,
Right, it's
we
people who
have
would've-
been talking specifically about Christians. You've got to recall that in the preceding verses, we have directly, they say God has taken a child, right?
Right,
As
yeah.
Previous to, in verse 68.
That is true.
So, on that basis, I think that they are referring to Christians as disbelievers in the sense of having disbelieved in the message of Muhammad as
Right,
a
yeah.
prophet.
Yeah, I suppose, yeah. And they're the ones that would be forging the lie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
And the lie, I guess, would be that God has made a child here.
Or yeah.
Because in verse 68, they say,
God has taken a son.
yeah, glory be to him. He is the self-sufficient. Unto him belongs whatever's in the heavens and whatever's in the earth. You have no authority over this. Do you say about God that which you know not? Right. So they're talking about people who believe in the Son as Jesus. And they are making the point that they are disbelievers, and
Right, because
they will be
they're
severely punished.
lying. They're lying, saying that he has a son.
Yeah, and they have no authority on which that they could say that, which continues to be the case.
All right.
Okay. And recite unto them the story of Noah.
Shirley or
No.
oh
No, recite unto them the story of Noah.
oh you
hold on.
You want me to recite unto them the story
Ready?
of Noah?
Ready?
Yeah,
God said, "Big flood come." Guy got animal. Big boat made. Boat had animal on it. Flood came. Done.
That was a good
Very good.
summation of the story of Noah.
Congratulations.
That was much faster than the movie. The movie was...
It was really long.
And it had rock monsters.
Yeah.
Glowing, like yellow-eyed with neon-colored lights shining through them. Nephilim reference rock men.
Yeah.
Right?
That movie was awesome.
That was a pretty cool movie.
Yeah. Okay.
Didn't we watch it here?
Yeah, we live streamed that.
That's right, we did.
Yeah, that was one of the weird things. That was like a side tangential project.
Look,
it's a good one.
That wasn't the part of the story of Noah that I wanted you to recite. Recite unto them the story of Noah when he said to his people, "O my people, if my presence is grievous to you, and so too my reminding of the signs of God, then in God do I trust. So decide on your plan, you and your partners. Then let there be no doubt concerning your plan, but carry it out against me and grant no respite."
No, where did he say that? I don't remember him saying that.
I don't recall that.
Yeah. Oh, my people, if my stay among you be hard on you, and also my okay. So, put my trust in God alone, conspire together along with your partners, leaving nothing vague in your plan, then carry it out against me without
So
giving
vague.
me. Yeah, this is because the thing is, this is I think this criticism of non-believers, of the unbelieving, the disbelievers, right? That has popped up before in here. That like, oh, they're just mad that they're being called out, right? So this is Noah saying that like, oh, like I know that me calling you out must be hard. So go ahead, persecute me, or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. And if you turn your backs, I have not asked of you any reward. My reward lies only with God, and I am commanded to be among those who submit. Wow, that wasn't in Genesis.
Right, yeah. This is there's not like a single citation here to like
of course,
anything because it's not in there.
Because Noah here is a different character, really, than Noah in the Bible.
Well, we're gonna see like more stuff about Noah.
Mm-hmm. Yet they denied him, So we saved him and those with him in the ark, and we made them vicegerents. And
We made them the successors.
And we drowned those who denied our signs.
Ouch.
So observe how those who were warned fared in the end.
Hey, man, I was
very
looking at
poorly.
the trees and night and day for a long time, and I guess I'm just gonna drown. I don't know. I didn't see anything.
Guess, yeah. You ignored all those amazing signs.
Then, after him, we sent messages unto their people, and they brought them clear proofs. But it was not for them to believe in that which they had denied beforehand. Thus do we set a seal upon the hearts of the transgressors. What?
Yeah.
This is nonsensical.
What, the determinism?
No.
No one ever said any of this stuff, did he?
No.
They
Lawrence, read 73 and then 74.
Yeah, they rejected him, so I'll read from Said Reynolds here. They impugned him, so we delivered him and those who were with him in the ark, and we made them the successors, and we drowned those who impugned our signs, so observe how was the fate of those who were warned. Then after him, we sent other apostles to their people. They brought them clear proofs, but they would not believe something they had impugned before. Thus do we seal the hearts of the transgressors.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're
What
saying that there
people?
would be no...
They were just drowned in the previous verse.
Right, so
All
this would
of
be a
those
different
people.
group of people, different prophets. But I see what you're saying, right? Because, like, the group of who impugned, right?
Well, no, they're saying it's the same people. They're saying... Then after him, we sent messengers unto their people, and they brought them clear proofs. Like their people, following this verse, which refers to these people who were just killed. They were drowned. How could they receive messengers?
More people. Well, the thing is, so after you have the flood, the family would reproduce, and then at some point in the future, technically they're still of one people, right? Mm-hmm. And then after they would reproduce, then more messengers would come, but there is now a...
But that's inaccurate because it can't be referring to the people who reproduce from Noah's children because those people are not the people who categorically have, as verse 74 says, it was not for them to believe in that which they had denied beforehand. They haven't denied it beforehand. And we have no basis to believe that their people, as in the line of Noah that they came from, have denied it beforehand. Noah comes from Melchizedek or Methuselah?
No.
I
I forget.
It's a long line that leads to that.
Then there's Enoch,
Yeah.
and then Enoch goes to one of them, and
Who was... See, the thing is, I never
the
cared
whole
about this.
genealogy. But it's a genealogy which would suggest, because I think, Enoch was
Enoch was the seventh.
Noah's grandfather.
Enoch was... Wait. Was he his grandfather?
Yeah.
I know that in
Wasn't
the...
he?
What's it called? In Enoch, right? It was in third Enoch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was third Enoch, right? Where I think it was Noah, who was the grandson of Enoch. But yeah, I have forgotten, this whole family tree. So
Yeah. So Enoch is his great grandfather. There's Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech,
yes, I see that.
and then Noah. In Genesis,
Lamech
5.
lived after he fathered Noah. Yeah, he fathered Noah.
Yeah. So these people are
Holy man.
saying these. This is not a familial line. These are not a people from whom you could say categorically that they have denied God at any point. If we're referring to the same people.
Yeah, I think the categorization is certainly weird, but I don't know. I think that if you look at the translation here, I'll check a couple others, right? So Saeed Reynolds does translate. They brought them clear proofs. This new set of people, right? But they would not believe something they had impugned before. I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying, right? Because they were never, no part of them had impugned the, didn't listen to this message before. So I see what you're saying.
It makes a little sense if you follow like this Quranic local flood narrative.
Oh, sure, yeah.
As opposed to a global flood, but I mean, saying that it's like the same group of people. After him, we sent messengers unto their people.
Right. Yeah, I see where you're going with that. Yeah. Yeah, because it literally can't be because that group of people had
right. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah. At least because the
where are they coming from?
The thing is, they would technically be of the same. Like if you go back to Noah, right? To Noah and his family, they are still of the same generation, the same people. Mm-hmm. If you have it all, coming down from Adam or whatever,
and their descendants,
right? So they would still, yes, their descendants, of like Noah's descendants, would not be part of the group who impugned. Yes,
and those would
but
be the people
there were
survived.
There were people of that generation, going back to Noah, who impugned, right? But they all died
prior to Noah being it, right?
Yeah.
So then after him, we sent messengers unto their people, and they brought them clear proof. Yeah, it doesn't make chronological
Someone
sense.
draw like a
I see where you're going, unless you want to go with, because this is probably supposed to be about, a longer span of time, right? Because, what's up?
You can't get a job because you didn't go to school, and you didn't go to school because you didn't have any money. You didn't have any money because you can't get a job.
Yeah.
That's the there's an ad that did that. It's like it's also just a 3-point logic problem or whatever. It's there's a name for this. Catch 22, I think.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think so. It sounds like a catch 22 what you're describing right here.
It's well, I don't think it's technically a catch 22, but I know what you're getting at.
Yeah, okay.
However, I think that in their the wording is off. You are right.
Yeah.
But
it's very strange.
Yeah, but I think that the idea, right, is that they sent the people more prophets, and then there were still disbelievers. Like eventually, right?
I guess.
This raises a question for me. Do these guys believe in a world flood or not?
Well, we talked about that a few weeks ago now, right?
Slightly.
I definitely believe in at least a local flood.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, local, but I said world, because Christendom says everyone died.
They did not specify that the whole world was flooded, but they said there was a flood, and who knows what they're referring to.
That's right, yeah. I remember we did talk about this a little bit, right?
I think pretty brief, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one reference that we saw said that it was, God, I forget. I honestly forget. Maybe it said it was local.
Maybe it was just local.
Yeah.
It could be.
Well, see, that changes the whole narrative to this idea that there was a wipeout, right?
Well, yeah. There would just be like, all those certain people who were wiped out.
Yeah.
Then after them, we sent Moses and Aaron with our signs to Pharaoh and his notables, but they waxed arrogant, and they were a guilty people. So when the truth came unto them from us, they said, surely.
Call me Shirley.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Surely, but hold on. This is actually important. The idea that Noah preached to his people before the flood is found both in Jewish sources, such as the Babylonian Talmud, and in Christian sources, such as Jacob of Saruk's homily on the flood. Okay, so I guess there are rabbinic and I guess a Christian source on that. But it's obviously not biblical.
So when the truth came unto them from us, they said, surely this is a manifest sorcery. Moses said, do you say this about the truth when it comes to you? Is this sorcery? The sorcerers will not prosper. They said, have you come unto us to turn us away from that which we found our fathers following, so that the grandeur in the land might belong to you two? We will not believe in the two of you. This is a very interesting accusation that is made. I don't think that has a biblical narrative parallel where Moses is addressing the people of Egypt, basically. And they're saying that you want us to turn away from that which our fathers followed, so that grandeur in the land might belong to you two, which is an accusation that you might make if in recent memory you had a figure like Joseph, who came up from the prison system and ended up essentially controlling the entire agricultural industry of Egypt within the biblical narrative.
That's right.
And gaining like political power over a significant portion of the land. So is
True
that
that.
some kind of accusation of Moses and Aaron here on the basis of their association with the Hebrews?
So I think that they're specifically talking to, because it says in verse 75 there, we sent Moses and Aaron to Pharaoh and his chiefs with our signs. So if he's specifically talking to, Pharaoh's court, right, then it wouldn't be towards all of the people of Egypt.
But it's not towards an audience of Hebrews either.
Right, yeah.
It's towards an audience of Egyptian nobility.
Mm-hmm.
Right, yes. Yeah, so where was that in verse 70? Have you come to turn us away from what we found our fathers following? So that supremacy may be yours in the land. Because obviously they had a very different religion at the time, and everyone knew that.
Yeah. Pharaoh said, bring me every knowing sorcerer. Every knowing sorcerer.
Every skillful enchanter.
Okay, well that means none of the amateurs,
Yeah,
guys.
Exactly. Every expert, yeah.
Only real magic
We
here.
only want the grand wizard here.
Oh, boy.
Thanks. Great term and good use of that word choice. Way to go.
Apparently.
Someone's going to clip that.
I bet someone's going to clip
No one
that.
clips anything from us except you for some reason.
I don't even. I think I did it once or twice.
Yeah.
Still, that's something.
Right, yeah.
But they specifically want the top wizard. They want like the best sorcerer,
They do.
the best magician, like the
Multiple.
supreme, the
They want
sorcerer
multiple.
supreme.
No. It is one. It is one. Yeah, it is singular, yeah.
Every knowing sorcerer. So
Oh, yeah.
it's all
Multiple.
of
Yeah,
them.
no, you're right, yeah.
They want all
Every.
of them, which would include all of those other wizards.
Right? Yeah.
But I guess only if they're knowing, if they have magic, I guess.
Yes. That's probably it.
And when the sorcerers came, Moses said to them, cast what you would cast. And when they cast, Moses said, that which you have produced is sorcery. God will soon bring it to naught. Surely God does not allow the deeds of those who work corruption to flourish. God verifies the truth through its words, though the guilty be averse. What?
So
Of course, if you call on the sorcerers of the land,
they're going to do magic.
they're going to do sorcery.
Right, yeah. But remember, this is this kind of sorcery is
Stage magic, trickery, right? It's nonsense. It's tricking people with illusions and smoke and mirrors, right?
Well, what they say here is, what you have produced is magic. But then God will indeed bring it to naught.
But of course they produce magic. They're sorcerers.
Enchanters.
They were called on as
Specifically
the
to do this, yeah.
sorcerers who know how to do sorcery.
They have to know how to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is absurd.
It's redundant and funny.
Yeah, when they threw their rods, the rods became snakes by a trick of sorcery. But Moses' miracles were greater than any trick of sorcery and had real truth behind them. I struggle to know what exactly that's supposed to mean.
This snake
I know the
wasn't
interpretation. The interpretation that it's stage magic is fine. Like, okay, I understand what they're going for. But the commentaries aren't making that entirely clear here. Like, I don't know if you have more on that. So
No, I don't. I don't have anything useful.
because like what does the real truth mean here?
Okay,
Like
some of the snakes
God
were
power.
paper mache, and the other one was a real snake.
Because here's the thing. In other religious traditions, or I guess specifically Christianity, I guess, whenever they reference something like the difference between like magic and divine power, right? This is a very fine line because effectively, if you and I were looking at these things happening, if God were to, come down right here and like make a plant sprout from the ground, right? And then we saw like a wizard do the same thing. To us, those look exactly the same. They are indistinguishable, right?
Well,
I don't know.
to be, or I'd question what you're saying.
Right, yeah. In this hypothetical.
Yeah, understand that's the.
So, but there's the difference, right? Because one has harnessed the power of magic in some way, either because there are a lot of different interpretations on what magic is, right? There is either like control over the elements through, spell casting or some like weirdly ethereal realm that we're next to, right?
These guys specifically cast spells. And he says, cast what you'll cast.
Well, yeah, cast what you're going to cast. But remember, so the translation that Said Reynolds goes with is throw down what you have to throw, which would be the ropes. Like cast as in like casting a rod or something.
Yeah.
So like literally throwing something on the ground.
Joey, we tried Solomonic magic on our demon summoning video.
We did, yes.
Yep. It didn't do anything.
It didn't. I have yet to bend trees.
Can't bend trees.
It's been a long time, and we still cannot bend a tree.
Never had any contact with any outside forces. Nope.
Have you seen a bent tree?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just look at the trees.
Yeah, that's it. There was recently there was a tree that tipped over near my place. It was, in a different yard, and it just kind of snapped, and I was like,
the tree is old.
Maybe it was me sitting all the way, 3 houses away, not even thinking about it. Maybe it was me.
That was you.
Yeah,
that was the demon telling you it's time.
Right. Now I can bend trees. So I can't show you that trick here. It's too powerful.
I believe it.
But the way that magic has been interpreted has been explicitly as a non-divine thing. So whatever powers they have gained are not the super divine ones.
Thank you, Ryan, for the 666.
Ryan, with the goated amount, 666. Behold!
Indeed.
There you go.
Were we specific about what tree we wanted them to bend? No, because
we wanted the power to bend all trees.
They literally said, like, I think that was the
says
purpose.
Grants the power to bend trees. And, well, we wanted the power to bend trees. Now, we weren't given the power to bend trees. Lawrence, I think you experienced some visual hallucination in the
a little bit,
mirror.
yeah.
Stare at the wall for 8 hours.
I was staring into it was a black mirror. That's what it was.
Yeah.
So I was staring into it, and it was low light. So yeah, I was experiencing some visual hallucination.
Like frankincense and myrrh going, and it was.
It's a low oxygen environment.
Yeah, it is low oxygen. Probably there's mold somewhere.
Fucking probably.
Yeah,
it's dank. I don't know.
You've been inhaling toxic things for the entirety of this production.
Yeah, that's probably it.
How am I alive?
I don't know, honestly. His body's alive.
The mold moves it around and makes noises.
Yeah, but we do have that video up. It's like an hour-long
It's
ritual.
a long period, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Are you halfway-ish? Halfway point?
Well, 109
quite.
is our.
So
is
let
our
me
cutoff
read a couple
point.
more
Sure.
verses. But none believed in Moses, save some progeny from among his people, for fear of Pharaoh and his notables, that he would oppress them. For truly Pharaoh was exalted in the land, and he was indeed among the prodigal.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see.
And Moses said, "O my people, if you believe in God, then trust in him. If you are submitters." Didn't I have a Moses voice?
Oh my God!
You probably did.
I don't know.
But-
yeah, probably.
I don't think that. I know which one you referenced.
my God!
I don't think that was the Moses voice. I think that was someone else.
Oh,
Jesus was
jeez.
pretty annoying. I remember that.
No, I think it was one of the apocryphal ones that you were reading that you had that one. Was it Cedroc?
Oh, it might have been.
Yeah. I forget, but oh man, it could have been Shepherd of Hermas, but okay. Either way. So in this narrative though, it doesn't actually say that Moses did anything. Like it just says that he has that real power, right? Yeah, God does not foster the efforts of those who cause corruption. God will confirm the truth by his words, though the guilty should be averse. But then it just goes on to, but none believed in Moses except for a few people. Like, it doesn't actually say that he did anything here. Mm-hmm. In other parts of the book, yeah, it does, right? Mm-hmm. But it doesn't actually say he did anything here. He just is basically calling them out, saying that you have magic, as opposed to some divine will or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the Quran, he urges people to Allah, not Yahweh. How weird.
Yeah, right? Yeah, totally different thing.
How could this happen? And they said, "In God do we trust, our Lord. Make us not a temptation for wrongdoing people, and save us through thy mercy from a disbelieving people."
Do not make us a means of test for the wrongdoing lot. So there is, I think, that was verse 85?
That was the end of verse 86.
Wait, I know you just finished verse
Okay.
86. But the one that I just read was verse 85.
Mm-hmm.
I could swear I saw some commentary in here for it. Yes, here it is. Yeah, trial for those who practice oppression is how he puts it. The various meanings of filnal have been explained. Oh, okay, in a different note, in a different surah. The prayer is that the righteous people, being weak, should be saved from being used as objects of oppression or punishment at the hands of powerful enemies. Weakness tempts power to practice oppression and is thus an occasion of trial for the oppressors. So, like, is the idea here that instead of being, like, in this life, right, like, they, allow them not to be persecuted just as a way to test the bad guys? If I'm understanding that right.
Yeah.
Kind of.
We do have another note here. It is a bit longer, but I can skip over the Bible verse
I have
itself.
something interesting here.
Oh, sure.
On verse 84, where mine says, "And Moses said, O my people, if you believe in God, then trust in him if you are submitters." Al-Maibudi glosses this verse as follows: "Moses said to his people, if you want to submit to God, then have trust. Bring the hand of submission out from the sleeve of contentment and withdraw it from facing others. Know that in reality people possess nothing. In deception there is no gain. Bestowal and withholding are only by virtue of the wisdom of the wise one. The apportioner is kind, not unaware."
So just to be clear, a lot of people gain by deceiving. So, that's definitely not true. But if they're talking about in the afterlife, right? They get no reward because they're liars. They're filthy liars, and God knows, right? The all-knowing, the all-seeing, whatever.
Yeah.
So no reward like that.
Oh no.
But it's obviously false that there is some reward for it.
Oh yeah.
For deceit.
Mhm.
If you
I
can
don't
tell by all the holy books that have ever been written.
Yep.
Who's
But
that one guy,
I'm gonna-
Gregor McGregor?
Who?
Boy,
Yeah.
did he benefit
Gregor
from
McGregor.
deceit.
Gregor McGregor.
Gregor,
So
you
Gregor
can again
McGregor
look him
was a
up.
fella, and everybody,
Is this
you should.
is this a meme?
No,
This
this
is a
is a
real
real person. Everybody, you should look this up. Gregor McGregor was a dude who took money from people in exchange for having them go out to his nation.
Fake
But there
nation.
wasn't a nation.
They all
He
died in a
just
swamp.
shipped people off to die in a swamp, and then
I
he went on
see.
the run, and he got away with it.
And he was like a princeling in another country.
Gregor McGregor,
He
yeah.
was like a nobleman, and he totally got away with it. He like became a judge. At a certain-
Wow.
Like he just got away with whatever he tried.
There's no
Terrible
justice in this
person.
world.
He
Worst
never got
person.
justice in any way.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, so whenever they say you can't be greedy and win or whatever, hey, here's this guy. He just deceived everyone.
Oh,
and,
you can
he
certainly be
deceitful.
gready.
Yeah, be super
win.
deceitful.
No, yeah. that
Gregor
is a
McGregor. That
fact.
guy's basically a pirate.
In some ways, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like a land pirate.
Anyways,
I did have a.
I'm also gonna hop off for a moment here.
I'll read this note here and elsewhere, and it references Surah 7, 20, 26, a few others. The Quran has Moses and Aaron confront Pharaoh and his sorcerers, and obviously it's based on Exodus 7. The Quran's representation of the scene is shaped according to its prophetology, by which a prophet is accused of being a magician, and only a small group of the prophet's people believe in him. I wonder if that's a thing that is like, I wonder how common that was at the time, where you have where like those were maybe not necessary parts of being a prophet, right? But I wonder how common those features were, that you have people being accused of being magicians and also getting an exclusively small following. I haven't looked into that specifically. It tracks. It makes sense to me. And I guess I can think of a couple examples. So I could totally see that being a common thing in that time and place. Either way, in verse 83, Karai, following classical opinions, renders, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, but he renders a certain Arabic phrase as, quote, except some youths from among his people, although this phrase means simply except for a group of descendants from his people. Bell suggests that verse 78 is related to Exodus 2:14 on Moses in Pharaoh's. Okay, then he has like a different section on Moses in Pharaoh's court. So he says that verse 78, which to remind everyone was, have you come to turn us away from what we found our fathers following, to take control of the land, that one. Let's check, and it's not a great translation, but it should be okay for this purpose. It's the ESV. So we're looking for Exodus 2:4. Because the story is of course quite different, and it includes a whole bunch of stuff that wasn't said during that narrative. So let's see if 2:4 matches that. All right, 2:4. And his sister stood at a distance. Wait, what? No, surely this isn't right. Did I misread that? 2:14. Yeah, I did misread it. I was like, surely that can't be the correct thing. Sorry about that all. He answered, who made you a prince and a judge over us? Do you mean to kill me as you killed the Egyptian? Then Moses was afraid and thought, surely the thing is known. Yeah. Maybe, but I could also see this just kind of coming up on its own as a separate idea. So maybe it's based off of it, but yeah, definitely not quoted, nothing like that. So I'll continue on with verse 87 here. We revealed to Moses and his brother, saying, settle your people in the city and let your houses face each other, and maintain the prayer and give good news to the faithful.
Hammer time.
Hammer time.
Well, you said good news, so I said something unrelated.
Okay. Okay, so there's a note here when it says, and make your houses places of worship. Instead of just and maintain the prayer. They're specifically, that's interesting. Yeah. Take for your people houses to abide in Egypt, and make your houses places of prayer. Places of worship, and keep up the prayer. And then it says in another translation, let your houses face each other, which is very interesting. So let's see the commentary note on this. The Qibla is that facing which one prays, and therefore it indicates a place of worship. The Israelites were obliged to pray in their houses because they did not enjoy full religious liberty in Egypt and had no public places of worship. It wasn't even like a recognized thing in Egypt.
Wait,
but like the
Judaism
people that were there,
this Egyptian guy from ancient Egypt.
It also doesn't make sense that they would, unless they had very large families. If they wanted to engage in religious proceedings, they would need the presence of the Shekinah. And in order to have the presence of the Shekinah, they would need the minimum 10 people. Though maybe that's a later addition. Who knows?
Yeah, they were to make their houses into places of prayer, as Pharaoh would not allow them to set up public places of prayer. And even though that's in a historical account, but whatever. The Qibla was to be symbolical of their later wanderings in Arabia and the still later restoration of God's pure worship at the Kaaba under Mustafa. Yeah. All right, I'll continue on.
Yes, what verse are you on now?
88.
Do it.
Yeah. All right. Moses said, "Our Lord, you have given Pharaoh and his elite glamour and wealth in the life of this world. In the life of this world, our Lord, that they may lead people astray from your way. Our Lord, blot out their wealth and harden their hearts so that they do not believe until they sight the painful punishment."
Al-Razi observes that the Arabic for so that they may, in Moses' statement, is so that they may lead astray from thy way, can be read lest they should. The latter reading would render Moses' words an assessment of the general situation, namely that God has given Pharaoh and his notables an abundance of wealth so that they do not lead others astray from God's way. For the phenomenon of God's heart. Okay, so that's something, but that's all the commentary I have on it.
The significance is not that God had granted them riches to mislead people, but that this was the end for which they used their riches. So they used all that wealth to turn people astray. Is the point there, or at least according to Maulana Muhammad Ali.
Well, this is actually quite an insidious kind of request, isn't it?
The thing is,
like,
yeah,
hey, I want these people to face like ultimate destruction at the hand of God.
Sure.
So as a consequence, I want them to be forced not to be believers. And
harden their hearts.
harden their hearts.
Right, yeah. Which is, we've seen that that determinism everywhere throughout the Quran.
It's not like you could just ask, like, hey, punish them.
Well, this is almost exactly what that is.
You have to,
literally. You have to also make it so that their opinion can't change. You can't just.
Right, yeah. Sure.
Well, that's not. I mean, unless they're. Egyptians and where the heart is and what it means. It's the thinky thing for them, they think.
Yeah.
So maybe it is like that, yeah. But if it were literal, it would be heart disease.
Said he said, your
Said he?
Yeah, it said he. Your supplication has already been granted. Yeah, it's already done. So be steadfast and do not follow the way of those who do not know.
Okay, it's already done.
Yeah. And it doesn't look like there's anything extra on this. So verse 90, we carried the children of Israel across the sea, whereat Pharaoh and his troops pursued them out of defiance and aggression. When overtaken by drowning, he called out, I do believe that there is no God except him in whom the children of Israel believe, and I am one of those who submit to him. He was told, what now, when you have been disobedient heretofore and were among the agents of corruption? So quite a long verse there, but I'm going to continue one more verse and then we can talk about it. So today we shall deliver your body so that you may be a sign for those who come after you. Many of the people are indeed oblivious to our signs.
So Pharaoh's repentance is met with rhetorical questions, which is understood to mean you want to repent now that you have no other alternative that will never be accepted. We shall save you in your body means Pharaoh's dead body will not sink to the depths of the sea, as will be the case with the bodies of the hosts. Rather, it will be preserved on a raised surface on the earth to be a sign to those who come after.
I could totally see the, be a sign to those who come after thing. However, I do want to point out a few things here. One, and I'm not sure how much exposure you've had to this idea, but from what I have been told, one of the most common ways that the people, at least, will accept another person as Muslim is if they say a short prayer, before they die or something. It's like, hey, if before you die, you say this short prayer about Allah being this one holy God.
Question originally?
What?
What was the start of your question?
Wasn't this if he's heard of that?
Yeah.
So
I thought it was how often you heard it.
Maybe that too, but
constantly.
Maybe I asked that. I don't remember.
Constantly, nonstop.
Well, I've heard of it.
Yeah. So it is interesting that here there's a questioning of that kind of deathbed confession, right?
Yeah, no, that's thrown out. They're like, no, we're not dealing with that. No.
Yeah. It does.
So people like Pharaoh don't get forgiven, even if they seek forgiveness. That's the point.
Dude, you're going to love this. You guys are going to get a fucking kick out of this. Listen to this apologetic bullshit.
I'm ready.
This is another instance of the insufficiency of the Bible narrative and of the truth of the Quranic statement where it supplements the Bible. Oh man, because this is, oh my God, look at this. That the body was really cast. It says here, where we take your body, right? Or we shall save thee in thy body. That the body was really cast ashore, though the Bible does not mention it, is clear from the fact that the body of Ramses II, who's regarded as the Pharaoh of Moses, sometimes, but also there was no Pharaoh of Moses. That shit never happened.
Yeah, Moses didn't exist.
Right, yeah. Yeah, he says that, he was discovered as a mummy, and sure. So are a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah,
but
even in the narrative, Moses might not exist because, it could have just been a guy in a robe that, the brother said existed, but Moses didn't like making public appearances. It At least had his brother talk for him, right?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so how do you know?
Oh my God. Maya hitting us with the, were you there?
Yes. Stop asking questions, though.
You know, actually, if Chris says it, it must be true.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I was there.
That's
I
incredible.
went on vacation.
Back in time?
Yeah.
That's incredible. I'm actually really impressed by what you just said.
I have no idea how
You should
expensive
be.
back in time vacations were before we changed time.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the time TSA is the worst.
Oh, God. It's getting you for,
The
like...
Time Security Agency.
I'm sure they... I'm sure they suck.
Uh-huh.
All right. So there was a bit more that I wanted to get into there because unfortunately there's not really much as to what this means theologically, but to me that is kind of important considering all the stuff I've heard, right? So let's see. The belief of Pharaoh here follows from verse 88, which has Moses pray that Pharaoh will not believe until he sees the chastisement. In verse 90, he sees it and believes. The conversion of Pharaoh may be a development of Exodus 15:11, which seems to have Pharaoh confess in the God of Israel, Lord, who is like you, majestic in sanctity, who like you among the holy ones, fearsome of deed, worker of wonders. Spire, following Geiger, notes that the Pirkei de Rabbi Eliezer makes I forget the English name of this book, but it's very, very popular, I think, right? Oh man, I totally forget the English name.
To
of
make it hard, I don't know anything popular.
You're right. That does make it difficult. Makes the attribution of these words to Pharaoh explicit. In any case, this episode should be seen as an illustration of the Quranic doctrine that God will not accept the repentance of sinners at the moment of their death, which is weird, right? Because it's not what I've heard. I was told specifically.
New good news.
Yeah, I was told specifically that.
The opposite.
Yeah, I was told the exact opposite.
Complete contrary.
So, interesting. Okay.
Right.
So I'm writing that one down as well. Yeah. All right. I'm going to have to ask some people about that because that's a new one. I've only ever heard the opposite.
Well, it gives you like an image. Like Pharaoh's been defeated, all of his army is dead, and he's now like, okay, yeah, I admit you guys, your God is way stronger than my God, which doesn't exist because there's only one God.
Right, yeah. Okay, yeah, here
I thought he got killed by the ocean or the Red Sea or something.
Yeah.
My
right, yeah.
bad.
That is a
That's the
logical
movie.
place for them to
That's
die,
the
yeah.
movie. Moses, the Ancient One? Whatever.
Moses, the Ancient One.
That's pretty dope.
Is that the movie?
Like the oldest movie about Moses, that's like that's just supposed to be a reincarnation, a recreation of what happens in the book.
Are you talking about the Ten Commandments movie?
Yeah, I think so. How old is that?
From the 50s?
Yeah.
That one? With Charlton Heston?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not good with names, but it sounds right.
Yeah. Yeah. Moses the Ancient One. That's pretty dope. Yeah, the deliverance of Pharaoh's body as a sign for those who come after might be connected to the preservation of the body of Lot's wife, who in the biblical account is turned to a pillar of salt. It is not, however, a creation of the Quran. The question of Pharaoh's survival appears in an opinion found in the late 4th century Mekilta de Rabbi Ishmael. Quote, and the waters returned and covered the chariot. Even Pharaoh, according to the words of Rabbi Judah, as it is said, quote, the chariots of Pharaoh and his force, etc. Rabbi Nehemiah says, except for Pharaoh. About him it says, however, for this purpose I have let you live. Others say that in the end Pharaoh went down and drowned, as it is said, quote, then went the horse of Pharaoh. According to Tafsir al-Jalayin, the angel Gabriel devised a way to keep Pharaoh from imploring God's mercy. Okay, quote, Pharaoh reiterated this, which is his submission to God, so that it might be accepted from him, but it was not. And Gabriel thrust mud from the sea into his mouth, lest God's mercy embrace him. That's the all-merciful one, right? Yeah, and then he has a different section on the drowning of Pharaoh in a different part of the book. But yeah, this goes exactly the opposite direction of what I've been told by Muslims. Indeed. So that's quite interesting. I'm going to have to ask about that.
What a story.
All right. I'll continue on, though.
Yeah, we have an interesting verse.
Verse 93. Certainly, we settled the children of Israel in a worthy settlement, and we provided them with all the good things. And they did not differ until after the knowledge had come to them. Your Lord will indeed judge between them on the day of resurrection concerning that about which they used to differ.
So
is this until the coming of Muhammad?
No, on the day of judgment, the day of resurrection.
No, I know that, but like, they did not differ until after the knowledge had come to them. The knowledge of what exactly? I'll look at
doesn't
the
say
things.
the knowledge in my version. It just
okay.
says, then they differed not till knowledge came unto them. So
okay.
I think the presumption is like they gained knowledge about different things, and then they began to differ among themselves.
Okay, so is it just when they smartened up about their readings?
Nope, it's Tower of Babel.
Something
like that, yeah.
I
can see that. There is a note here, though. The first part of this passage is taken by some to refer to the Israelites who were with and came after Moses, and by others, among whom is Iyab, to the Medina Jews. In the latter case, it is a prophetical announcement as to the Jewish attitude toward the prophet later on when he fled to Medina. See, that was closer to what I was thinking.
Well, here it says they differed over matters of religion, but only after knowledge of the Torah came unto them, is an interpretation.
Right, so like, okay, so, oh man, this is weird, right?
Yeah.
That might be something else I have to look into. Because there is unfortunately no other comment on this.
Well,
it was after knowledge had been granted.
This is one of the few Quranic verses which might be outright Zionist, right?
Oh, because of the settlements.
Yeah, because they do say that they settle them in. Minsha's says a shore settlement.
Yeah, in a worthy settlement, yeah.
A worthy settlement. What is this one? An honorable settlement.
But remember, then they went astray, right? And they didn't listen to all the signs, I guess.
Very strange.
Yeah, so apparently there's some knowledge that we don't know what this knowledge is, but some knowledge divided the people.
Mm-hmm.
Unheard of.
Is the knowledge that like you shouldn't kill people for being gay?
That might be part of it. I don't know.
Awesome.
No, they all kind of don't like gays.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Is the knowledge that you shouldn't kill people for...
Dude, listen, I don't know, man.
Well, there's a number of different
that's why initially I was thinking it was just...
for in the Torah, right? So we got to look at like planting different crops in the same field. Like, do you get killed for that?
Maybe.
Do people differ on that?
I think that...
Do you disagree? Do you think that as a Jew...
do you think I think people should get killed if they plant like two different crops in the same field and wear clothes with two different...
What's your opinion as a Jew about the the Jewish law.
You know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and not answer that.
Whoa!
Hold on, I'm gonna answer it.
That
Are you
says
ready?
more than you possibly could have said. Okay.
I think crop rotation's pretty cool.
Wow.
Okay, I say we don't murder people over crops.
That's a hot take.
Whoa.
But either way, I think that this knowledge that divided them, I was getting the vibe that it was just Muhammad revealing this new revelation. But I could be wrong.
Here it's
This time
interpreted different ways.
Well, let's look at the next verse. I think it might help us out here.
Yeah, do so.
Yeah. So if you are in doubt about what we have sent down to you, ask those who read the book revealed before you. The truth has certainly come to you from your Lord, so do not be among the skeptics.
The book before you.
Yeah, so in this verse, God seems to suggest to Muhammad that he question Jews and Christians when he is in doubt.
Who recite the Torah and the gospel. Okay, but specifically as it pertains to this passage, that challenge would be a non-starter because you've told a Moses story that is not in
enough.
that tradition.
No.
Right, yeah. So you have an entirely new one, so you can't go to them for verification.
So it doesn't make sense that you would make this statement. Oh, man.
There are a few notes here. So where is it? Yeah, that is ask them whether previous revelation does not contain clear prophecies of the advent of the prophet. Which, yeah, they do like interpreting a whole bunch of stuff in the Old Testament as being about Muhammad. Which no. So
No.
They even
No.
take you know the thing that John the Baptist says before Jesus shows up? He's like, one who is greater than I will come after me. He's talking about, it's John the Baptist talking about Jesus. But I've heard Muslim apologists pretend that came out of the mouth of Jesus and he's talking about Muhammad.
Man, you should point out the verses that
I
say like, well, you know, it also says that the people who pretend to be Jews but are not Jews will be there, and that, like, you know, people will claim to represent him who will not represent him, and they'll be able to do things, but you shouldn't believe
false
in
prophets.
them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, watch out for that.
I mean, a false prophet that's going to lead everyone astray.
But no, but Muslims typically don't read the Bible.
Right, they don't.
Right.
Wasn't that added as a forgery in the Bible anyways?
Wait, what? Which part? What?
It would be ironic. I'm not.
Every part's a forgery. None of it's accurate to reality. Except maybe some of the king's stuff.
Some of the king stuff. Maybe a couple names.
Yeah, some names.
Oh, right. Wasn't it written in that one book about the kings of Judah and Israel?
You got it. See, they cited their sources.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they cited their sources.
Right.
Sources don't exist.
Right.
Yep.
Right. Oh, they did maybe.
All right. Let's continue on, though. I think I am on verse 95.
Actually, can't you use your academic credentials as a religious studies expert with a degree in religious studies and therefore an extremely knowledgeable religious studies person respected by the academic community?
What are you doing?
Couldn't you use that to get into some libraries and access some texts?
Sure.
And couldn't you exclusively cite texts that the rest of us couldn't check out to
I
verify?
could. Yeah.
You could do that.
I could. But the thing is, most of these texts are online somewhere.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
You got to find ones that aren't.
Right, yeah, and then I just gotta
Go to the
just tell you that that's what it says, that you can't check it.
Yeah, I can't check it. You just I gotta believe you.
Right,
It's
yeah.
like the Joseph Smith thing all over.
You do
again.
actually have to believe me, because that's what Joseph Smith
There's
said.
a thing called the American University at Rome, and they're the guys that have access to like actual stuff. You know, my dad talked to you about it.
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
Lawrence, don't you want to get access to
You
the
can.
secret Vatican library?
It would be cool, but I'm guessing most of the stuff is in Latin.
No, not necessarily.
I know, not probably not
Maybe.
exclusively.
I don't know what's down there. Maybe
gonna
they
tell you,
have
guys.
the entirety of the Library of Alexandria just sitting.
Maybe they stole it before.
Maybe they did.
before
They
it was
claim to
destroyed.
have Alexander's
Okay,
body,
so-
so why not?
Do they really?
Wow.
Yeah, they do.
They do claim that too. Yeah. I don't think it's that. Do they complain or do they claim the complete body or just parts? I think they just claim parts. Either way, it's a relic. You know how those go.
Yeah, Chris was gonna do a series on relics. He never
Oh.
did, but he was thinking about it. He read like a few pages from a book.
Wow. Did you know I read that whole book? The
So-
book was 100 pages or less. Okay, it wasn't an accomplishment.
Huh? Okay.
You did it.
And still no video. Interesting.
Press the button.
Oh my god, I don't remember which one it is. So here's both.
So that's cheering. You got the cheering part. I heard cheering.
Good.
You did it.
Congratulations.
Good job. Why don't you continue reading?
I will. Yes. Verse
tangents.
95. And do not be one of those who impugn the signs of God, for then you shall be among the losers.
Oof. We should make hats
Hats.
and t-shirt like losers. Like, you know, there's the
Make
Goonies.
losers great again.
We don't even need the losers. Like, you want to be a loser? You want to look kind of dumb with your finger and your thumb in the shape of an L on your
forehead? Yeah, you could do that.
You don't think they
You
have
could.
Luigi hats?
Luigi was a hero.
He's got a big L on his forehead.
Oh,
He
different Luigi.
saved the Mushroom Kingdom.
Different
Of
Luigi.
course he's a hero.
Tangentially, if player 2 was actually active.
Definitely a different
Maybe.
Luigi. All right.
Which one did he save? That does
The
Daisy's
mansion,
from?
the mansion one.
Not the mansion. Is
My
it
God, we're so sidetracked.
is it Super Mario World?
I don't care anymore.
The Birobito Kingdom.
Ruben, I'm just going to take your word for it. Whatever you say is the truth.
I don't know.
Effectively.
Okay.
Okay. Now, verse 96.
I'm glad we're all in agreement that whatever I say is the truth.
On that
Right,
specific
on that
thing, yes.
Specific thing, yeah. You got it, pal.
Indeed, those against whom your Lord's judgment has become due will not have faith until they sight the painful punishment, even though every sign were to come to them. Yeah, even though every sign were to come to them. Even though, once again, the signs are jack shit. They're look at the trees. Those are the signs.
Day-night.
Yep.
Don't forget about them.
Right, do this next verse.
Why has there not been any town except the people of Jonah that might believe, so that its belief might benefit it? When they believed, we removed from them the punishment of disgrace in the life of this world, and we provided for them for a time. The reason why the city that Jonah was going to was saved was because God, what was it, Nineveh? That's because God was all like, you know what? I decided to, because it was basically a comedy,
Yeah.
Jonah.
Yeah.
So
And they didn't believe. They specifically didn't. That was the point of that entire.
wait, hold on, was that it?
Uh,
Or did they
it
believe
was-
by the end?
No, it was like the whole point was Jonah went through all this, and then he went there, and
was
then
gonna
he
preach
failed
doom.
to convince anyone, and then he was pissed off, and God was like, forget about it.
Yeah, he was basically like, forget about it. Yeah, and then
And then that was it. That was the end.
now I gotta
That's how
fucking
Jonah
check this.
works.
I remember Jonah
You
being
can
pretty short.
verify that.
It's a shorter story.
It
Yeah.
is
That
short,
one
so I
is
need
easy.
to
I
I
kinda
need to
remember he's
actually
right, I
check one of
think.
these things. Either way, Jonah.
Ruben is always right about this specific thing, remember?
We've moved far
I'm
past.
always right about everything.
No, we
apparently.
just keep saying this specific thing, whatever.
If I only say things that are right, then I'll always be right.
That is technically accurate.
Yep. Did you find it?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he fails to convince anyone of anything. That's the joke, is that he goes through all of this and then he's pissed off and that's like the end.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's just God trying to teach him
There's
something.
kind of a cliffhanger almost.
Yeah, there was.
All right, how close are we to the end? We're pretty close.
No, it says that they did repent.
They did?
Yeah. So God let them, God, I guess, turn their heart or something.
I remember it.
Yeah, the word reached the king of Nineveh, and he arose from his throne, removed his robe, covered himself with sackcloth, and sat in ashes. And he issued a proclamation and published through Nineveh. Quote, by the decree of the king and his nobles, let neither man nor beast, herd nor flock taste anything. Let them not feed or drink. If not feed or drink water, but let man and beast be covered with sackcloth, and let them call out to mightily to God. Yeah, so they all ended up turning away, right? But the comedy came from Jonah being all pissed off that he was thrown off that boat. So he wanted to go preach woe and doom and gloom, and then what was it? Yeah, so Jonah began to go into the city, going a day's journey, and he called out, yet 40 days, and Nineveh shall be overthrown. And the people of Nineveh believed God. They called for a fast and put on sackcloth. Yeah. So they were just kind of converted. I'm going to go with that being God's doing, because he has the ability to control that stuff. So it was certainly nothing convincing in there. Not even like an argument for it. So.
Oh, I see. I was misremembering this. So he got pissed off because God
he was thrown off
didn't
the boat,
kill
right?
them.
Right, yeah. No, see, that's why he's bummed out at the end. Because then when he gets saved and he's all like, I'm gonna go get them now, God's like, whoa, it's fine, don't worry about it. Because like they had now converted. So everything that Jonah was shooting for, he just kept missing. He kept getting L's. He was one of the losers, actually. So, you know what? This is I was thinking, why would Jonah be the one that's referenced, right? Of all people.
Yeah.
So yeah, except the people of Jonah that might believe, so that its belief might benefit it. So the thing is, I was wondering, why is there this link to Jonah? And then, do you remember the part in the New Testament? A couple times, actually. I think it was definitely in Matthew, but I forget if it was in another. I think it was also in Luke. The sign of Jonah. In only one of those do we get the interpretation specifically outlined that it was because, he was dead, quote unquote, dead for 3 days. And then came back, right? But that was supposed to be the sign, right? But I kind of wonder if the reason that Jonah is taken up here in this surah is because of that. It's portrayed in the same way, so probably not. But even if you're talking about towns converting, hell, I think there were multiple places in the Old Testament that fully converted, mostly because of force and war.
Yeah, but yeah.
Actually, hold on. No, they could have referenced half the fucking places Jesus went to. He had whole crowds coming around him. But either way, I I'm gonna continue with one more verse, and then we'll get into it a bit. So from the other one, we remove from them the punishment of disgrace and the life of this world, and we provided for them for a time. Had your Lord wished, all those who are on earth would have believed. Would you then force people until they became faithful? I think that's a reasonable question.
It seems like they do that sometimes.
They do. But remember, there was that other verse in here that said there's no compulsion in religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of... It's in the same strand as that line of thought, right?
1 foot forward, 7 feet back. I don't know.
If God wanted someone to believe, that person would believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then you don't force people to believe.
It's a puppet show. It's
God forces people to believe. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, I misremembered the story of Jonah, but it does end in a very non-ending way.
Yeah, that is true.
It's and really, it doesn't give you much on it. It just says that he walks into the town and says, "You're all gonna die in 40 days."
Right?
He
Yeah.
goes there, yeah.
And then some people believed him, and then the king believed him. But I forgot that they did believe that. I thought that it just kind of abruptly cut off.
Well, the thing is, it was abrupt.
Yeah.
It just kind of ended on Jonah looking like he has egg on his face.
Mm-hmm.
That is
Which
how
presumably then people wouldn't believe thereafter. He's just said, in this amount of time, you're going to be punished in this way. And then it doesn't happen.
Oh, no.
right. Yeah. Well, see, that was Jonah saying that. It wasn't God.
Well, it's like all of the doomsday people.
Yeah.
Right? They keep predicting days that it's going to happen.
And it never does.
Never.
Yeah.
Continue.
The description of the people of Nineveh as Jonah's people matches Quranic prophetology, by which a prophet is sent to his own people. It does not match the biblical account, at the heart of which is the identity of Nineveh as the enemy of Jonah's people, that being Israel. The idea that Nineveh was the only people to repent and be saved also does not match the Old Testament, which I referenced before. For example, the story of Hezekiah and Jerusalem in Isaiah. Instead, it reflects the way in which the New Testament authors have Jesus use Nineveh as a special example to his own generation. Interesting. Okay. So I'll continue on with verse 90.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 100. Why did I say 90? No soul may have faith except by God's leave, and he lays defilement on those who do not exercise their reason. Say, observe what is in the heavens and on the and the earth. But neither signs nor warnings avail a people who have no faith. Do they await...
The signs
I
are
know.
just things
Just
happening.
look around. Literally the worst
Just
argument.
look around.
Guys, that should be the shirt.
Just look around.
Observe.
Observe. It's obvious. God's real. Look at him.
See,
Wow.
look, even the most apologetic commentary gets it exactly right, and it's kind of sad. There is an abundance of signs in nature itself, but man heeds them not. That's in a comment. So it is literally the look at the trees argument. Not every, I can't say every,
Maybe it
but at
should
least
just be, is there a Look at the Trees t-shirt yet?
there probably is. But it's exactly that argument, and it's multiple times in the Quran. It's actually kind of wild that I have ever been told, read the arguments for God in the Quran. It's actually kind of wild. That's tier 1 apologetics. Anyways, I'm gonna continue on here, not to belabor a point. Do they await anything except the like of the days of those who passed away before them? Say, then wait. I too am waiting along with you. Then we will deliver our apostles and those who have faith. Thus, it is a must for us to deliver the faithful. And it does not look like I have any comments on this.
Then we save our messengers. Present tense refers back to the messengers belonging to the days of those who passed before. Thus means then we saved our messengers. Okay. It is incumbent upon us to save the believers means that God will deliver Muhammad and his followers from the persecution of the Meccans, just as he delivered previous messengers and their followers from their persecutors. No, he didn't. He did. That is not a consistent theme. In fact, you've pointed out how people who have delivered the message have been persecuted in your own book.
Right, that is true. That is true.
The larch.
The what?
Larch.
Larch?
As a tree.
Gotcha. Thank you. I'll continue on, though. So I think I just finished 103.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep. Say, oh, people, if you are in doubt about my religion, then know that I do not worship those whom you worship besides God. Rather, I worship only God, who causes you to die. And which is a funny way of putting it. Who causes you to die. And I have been commanded to be among the faithful.
I worship God who shall take you unto himself.
Yeah. Which, well, we have that before, right? We had not just the idea of, God deciding how long people live, right? But also literally the angels even taking your body up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't die then, though. That's ascended. That's
not
its own,
not necessarily,
right? That's its own thing.
They could also no. It says
right. Sometimes you give that up anyways, like with Enoch and his second form thing.
Well, there's that, but there's also like they're literally taking away their spirits, I think.
Okay, well then that's different entirely too. There's like 3 different ways then. It's like people literally flew up on birds.
Death and angels taking you was part of Surah 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. I'll continue on though. I've been commanded to be among the faithful, and that, quote, dedicate yourself to the religion as a Hanif and never be one of the polytheists. And we've talked about Hanif before.
Yeah, it's a special category of people who are like reverent, not necessarily Muslim.
Yeah, the upright.
Yeah. There are Abrahamic believers.
Yes. So verse 106. Nor invoke besides God that which neither benefits you nor can do you any harm. For if you do so, you will indeed be among the wrongdoers. Again, calling back to the whole idea of their gods have eyes but do not see. They have ears but don't hear, all that stuff. They can't do anything. They are works of idle hands.
It's useless. And we agree.
Yeah.
And we just agree more.
More. We agree more. Continuing on here. Looks like we're getting to the last section.
Yeah. There's not much more.
Yeah. Should God visit you with some distress, there is no one to remove it except him. And should he desire any good for you, none can stand in the way of his grace. He grants it to whomever he wishes of his servants. And he is the all-forgiving, the all-merciful. Say, O mankind.
Oh, mankind.
Chris?
Oh, mankind. I'm playing along.
Thank you. The truth has already come to you from your Lord. Whoever is guided only for the good of his own soul. And whoever goes astray only to its detriment. And it is not my business to watch over you.
Okay, so according to this verse, now that the truth, understood here as the Quran or the Prophet, has come to the people, they have no excuse for rejecting it. If they believe in the truth and follow it, there will be to their benefit. But if they disbelieve, it will be to their detriment. Although being rightly guided and going astray are based on one's efforts from one's perspective, the matter is ultimately in God's hands, as in other verses. Elsewhere, the Quran states that guidance is entirely dependent upon God. The prophet is told to say, I am not a guardian over you, since he's not a warder over his people, as in 88:22, but is only a bearer of glad tidings and a warner, as in 17:105. These two functions, to bring good tidings and to warn, characterize the mission of prophets.
So on this last section of the verse, it says, and I am not set over you to arrange your affairs. The Furqan is the criterion between right and wrong. It has been sent to us from God. If we accept guidance, it is not as if we confer favors on those who bring us guidance. They suffer unselfishly for us. Oh, boy, okay, it gets weirdly, grossly theological.
I am not over you an appointed guardian.
Right, yeah. So I'm not going to be deciding right and wrong between you. Mm-hmm. And that's supposed to be for Muhammad to say. So last verse of the day. Follow that which is revealed to you, and be patient until God issues his judgment, and he is the best of judges.
Wow.
Okay, so what did we learn from Surah 10?
Quite a bit. Some stuff that might go back to the apocalypse of Paul, good bit of determinism.
We had an interesting issue with Pharaoh right at the end there.
We didn't have any technical issues, and we had a reasonably long episode. That's
interesting.
Pretty sweet.
That rarely occurs.
I pointed it out, at least, yeah.
And we also hit a decent amount of viewers today, which is good.
Good number again, yeah. Thanks, guys.
And I do want to point out, first of all, yes, thank you everyone for joining us. If you did like the stream, drop a like. It really does help us out in the algorithm. Drop us some comments after the stream is all done, too. That also helps us out. But I did want to point out before we close out the show for the day that I posted this on Patreon, which, by the way, you should totally become a member of. But so we're considering a rebrand.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And I think that a good name would be Behold, considering that we shout it all the time.
Yes.
Is there another channel called that?
Maybe.
I guess who cares, but also...
Yeah, who cares?
Fuck that other channel.
Yeah, we're the better one.
Some jerk who made videos called Atheist Sunday School.
That is true.
Were the things that showed up first when you looked up Atheist Sunday School.
Yeah, fuck those guys.
We can dominate these other people who are called Behold.
I'm sure I could easily craft a new logo. I bet in today's world it would be so much harder than in the past.
All right, yeah.
No AI.
Right, I was gonna use. I was gonna hire someone for it though.
You also know a lot of people.
Yeah, artists. Yeah.
Hey, I'm an artist.
With the big quotes he's making, he's an artist.
Not done yet.
Yeah. I'm a prompt engineer.
Right? Yeah. I'm really good at writing those prompts.
No, I'm good at combining prompts.
There you
with
go.
Other prompts
yeah.
in a paint setting.
Either way. So new logo, that's definitely coming up. New channel name. I think that we also want to rework the Patreon itself.
Yeah, we definitely need different goals.
We're definitely keeping the shirts. I do like those, the t-shirt giveaways.
We might retire some shirts.
Yeah, probably at this
point. That's an idea.
Yeah.
Limited availability. We could say these are what's phasing out and give people like months in advance to know that that's what's going.
Sure, yeah, that is true. We can do that. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, so that's those are some plans. If I don't know if you guys got ideas, you can feel free to let us know. There's a Behold
channel that's an Islamic apologist.
What? That's hilarious.
That'd be absolutely great.
Hold up. Okay, so it's not. So that's the full name of the channel.
It's a news site.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Well, I do. You can hold on. In YouTube names, can you put an exclamation point? I think you can, right? Can you?
Just make a new channel and try out names.
Well, that's no. I I think that
We gotta know what the algorithm lets in, anyways.
well, we're gonna see what happens, right?
I just know if you change this channel's name, that
Yes, you can. Okay.
we can't change back, probably.
No, you can.
Okay. Well, I mean, I heard
You have
in
to
the
wait a little
distant
bit, but you can.
past that atheist was not a good, whatever.
Well,
We
behold.
don't need atheist in the tag because our content really isn't like
Really atheist content.
yeah, I mean, it's not.
I mean,
like
we do that stuff.
Our
but-
channel, we don't even do that stuff.
Well, we
No,
don't
it's
argue about God, but
it's secular.
It is all
not-
secular.
Not
Yeah.
firebrand atheism or something.
Arguments about God occur on this channel.
Yeah, not really any.
like.
Yeah.
Well, who wants to argue about it? Also, like,
You.
we had Wesley who wanted to
Oh,
argue
yes,
about
we've
it.
had people
And
That was
we had
entertaining.
Christ brings a sword.
That
who
guy was-
wanted to argue about it.
No, he was in the chat, wasn't
Yeah,
he? Yeah, he was crazy.
but he argued with us.
I don't
Sure,
know, guys. Either way,
He was glad that his wife died.
That was the craziest
So,
thing.
yeah, you banned him for that.
Dude, that was insane.
that
needed
was
to go.
insane.
I did need to go.
He was like,
Legitimately
I'm
said
glad that my wife died so that it brought me to Jesus.
insane.
Like,
Actually, no, hold on.
absolutely
I didn't. I don't even think I banned him for that. I think I banned him for when he said that women shouldn't speak.
Yeah, that was one of them.
Which time?
Right, which time? Yeah, it was when we were
Tired of
we
it.
were reading the stuff in Timothy, like the one where women shouldn't speak over men.
Yeah.
So he was like, "Yes, that's right. Women shouldn't speak." I'm like, get this fucker out of here! Like, fucking ban that asshole.
Yes, too misogynistic, you can get kicked.
And also, fucking glad his wife died. Fucking crazy.
Nuts.
Yeah, that guy was
All right,
wild.
well,
Well, either way, let us know your thoughts on any potential rebrand we might do.
gosh, we're gonna
on-
have to change the Discord and then one other thing. That's it.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that much of a change, honestly. So just a few name changes.
Wow, everybody, buy all the T-shirts. We met the goal.
We did. It was just the one.
That was easy.
And that was Ryan. Thank you, Ryan.
Yep.
Yes, thanks a lot.
Anyway,
All
so
right.
What was the goal?
it was just one super chat. That was
Yeah,
the
but
goal.
what was the goal reward?
Oh, we did that. It was the behold,
Oh, it was the behold.
the extra behold that we did.
Is that it?
That was the goal. That was the
That's a
reward.
shitty goal.
Nobody
Give
said
him-
it had to be a good
Give him a
goal.
better goal. Like, do a dance or something. There you go. You can cut on that.
We'll see you later.
Wait, I have welcome. I don't have see you
See
later.
you. See you.
Try that. Okay, there you go.
Next
See ya.
week.
Bye.
Goodbye.